Hey everybody, welcome to another one of Chris's beer reviews. I got a special beer here, and when I say special this time I mean it is because it is one of a few selected gluten-free beers that are out on the market right now. It is called the Le Messagere. It is a 341 milliliter bottle at 4.7% ABV, and it is from the microbrewery of Nouvelle, France. If I were to read that off the label, it would be considered microbrasserie or microbrasserie Nouvelle France. Um, there's also a cap on the top here. I would be able to show you the cap, but sadly, when you pick up beer from the assorted section at LCBO, they tend to throw stickers on it. If you can get a close-up look, basically you got a shield, and it probably says microbrasserie Nouvelle France on there, and that's exactly what it says. For those who are not familiar with the approach of gluten-free beers, there is a volume of people out there that are allergic to wheat, and hence they have very terrible side effects. So breweries all around the world are starting to accommodate these wonderful people, and by doing that, they are creating gluten-free beers. This is also the first beer out of over 200 reviews that I've done that actually gives a calorie count on the side. This is 136 calories, 0 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbohydrates, and 0.1 grams of protein. Just to read the ingredients briefly for you. Water, rice syrup, which replaces the wheat, glucose extract, rice malt, which replaces the wheat, buckwheat malt, and hops. I've had 2 or 3 gluten-free beers out there. One of them was absolutely terrible. I'm not going to say what it was because that would just be mean. And the other thing that I'm going to mention, the one that is good, is there's one that's called New Grist, and that one is a very good gluten-free beer. The only negative side effect I had to it was maybe, say you go to a party and you're having like a six-pack or something like that. I tend to get like a heartburnish feeling right at the bottom here after about 3 of those. So that's my only complaint about that beer whatsoever. Another thing that you're going to realize is as soon as you take away the wheat and you replace it with rice, for most of these gluten-free beers, you're really taking away from the body of the beer, so it almost kind of becomes a little bit watery. But I can't say that entirely because not a lot of people know that Budweiser is actually considered, is actually created with rice rather than wheat. It is one of the only beers around the world that can be brewed anywhere around the world because rice is accessible all the way around the world. All right, time to roll. I'm going to be drinking it out of my wonderful, whatever that says, Neusteiner Das Echte glass, which I got with a cool, I think it was 3-pack from that brewery. That castle is actually a brewery. Anyways, people, I'm going to be opening this baby for you. Twist off. Got some smoke there, which is amazing. Not being a weird wheat beer and all. I'm almost wondering if this might be bad. Is there a expiration date on here somewhere? I couldn't tell you. Let's find out the hard way, people. As you can tell, it is a very clear, distinct color, very different from a wheat beer as a result. So we got some head there. The beer might not be that bad, but this is probably one of the lightest looking colored beers I've ever had. I got a 1 finger head here. Clearly there's lots of carbonation going on there because it's so clear. I am not liking the smell. I don't even want to go for that again. Let's go for the taste. Let's see what we're doing here. It's a shot in the dark when you have a gluten-free beer. Woo! At least it's better than the other one that I had. But look, you can't see it, but I literally have goosebumps all over my arms just from taking a sip of that. been putting this off for a while for obvious reasons. I'm not a fan of this beer. Wish I could tell you what it tasted like. Definitely doesn't taste like the new grist. What is that taste? It's all it takes for me, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very nasty syrupy taste in there. I'm wondering if it's the buckwheat. No. I think it's the rice syrup that's what's doing it to me. It really does taste like rice, and it's grossing me out. Last sip. Oh. Alright, people. So, I'm going to be giving this one a... I'm not even going to taste it again. It's done. I don't even care if it gets better or worse. I'm going to give this a 1.4 out of 5. Why am I giving it that high of a rating for such a beer that I'm not such a fan of? It is a glucose-free beer. You don't get much with them. I wish I gave the new grist a higher rating now that I've had more of those gluten-free beers out there. This is definitely not something I would ever get again. I apologize, Nouvelle France. I know that you do have another beer out there, so I will try that one because it is not gluten-free. So yeah, there you have it. Thanks for joining me on another one of Chris's beer reviews. Don't drink and drive. Drink responsibly. Cheers.